Maryland and the Naval Academy, where we're honored to watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the AAC. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Rice Owls, taking on the Navy Midshipmen. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's off to the races. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Navy!
What a way to start this game offensively. Find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And he tacks on the extra point. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. Breaking out the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Corner's going to give them room. The play action fake. Trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. And the pass hits, picked off. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense here.
And Navy will go back on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The give to the fullback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Brings up 2nd down.
running it to the right. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Handoff to the fullback. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Coming up, 4th down.
With the line of scrimmage at the 28, this would be about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to keep the offense out there on 4th down. Finds his big tight end. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually up.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipman.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll run play action. Unleashes one. Got his man.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. At the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. San Diego State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory inside Snapdragon Stadium. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Rice rushes to the line.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
And the offense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the first down. A little bit short. But what did I do? I made this a manageable 4th down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
They'll try to pick up the first. Dances away from the D. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Oh, it's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Owls are moving quickly down the field.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Rice.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Navy 21, Rice 7.
1st down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Owls.
Touchdown, Rice.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14.
Navy
They're just about ready to kick it away.
14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. After run, now throw. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Midshipman! What a catch and run for 6.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being
racing down the left side, the 40, at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Owls!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
21.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
Navy Midshipman will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Navy offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that...
Open runway ahead. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Snares it outside. It's Hutchinson. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. The give to the lone running back. On the move at the 30. Running toward the tape. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Navy! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the Owls come to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
And the defense registers their first sack, and they're bringing pressure from the second level. They're going to do a really good job in this game changing up the looks, trying to confuse this offensive line, and they did it there.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Fast motion from the offense. On second down, he'll fire. He finds his man. Good, solid tackle. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And Navy will go back on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the...
Pass on the way, it's picked off! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Looking to throw for it. He makes the grab. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage. And if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take him away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Horvath. He's going to let it go. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff.
Number 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring run.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball through.
He makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Wants to throw, it's Horvath. Quarterback moving. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. He leaves it with the back.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many junk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run.
And he intercepts it. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
We've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. Takes his shot. Complete to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 10. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And the comeback is on. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals.
Afterburners coming. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Brings up 2nd down.
Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kent. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Now on 2nd and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Chapman. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Now 3rd and goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Navy 35, Rice 28.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Navy.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback will keep it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play. Brings up.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rice takes over. The Owls ready to get that offense cooking again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Owls will hustle to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Trying to find his man on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack play.
Looking to throw on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Alexander. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
This is a 3rd and long. Let's go. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's caught. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Wide out in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Open space at the 25. Touchdown Owls! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is good. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick.
To advance on the football.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And here comes the Navy offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Brought down at the 43-yard line. Brings up third down.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To throw, it's Horvath. Release to the back. Oh, he makes a catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Navy will try to use every second on this clock. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, midshipman.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Feeling some heat. Flushed out of the pocket. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. Hauls it in. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, baby.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together.